Hello students, today we are going to study the concept negation of compound statements. We have already studied the meaning of negation as a logical connective. Today we will see how to apply the negation to compound statements. So let us begin. So our point is negations of compound statements, in which we will study first negation of conjunction, second one is negation of disjunction, then negation of negation, then negation of conditional or implication, then negation of biconditional or double implication, and last one is negation of quantified statements. So let us see. First point, negation of conjunction. Now see one logical equivalence, that is negation of P and Q, means negation of conjunction, and means conjunction. So negation of P and Q is logically equivalent with negation P or negation Q. We have already seen this logical equivalence. Okay, you can check this by using truth table also, and it is called as De Morgan's law. Okay, remember this is called as De Morgan's law. This is the logical equivalence. Negation of this conjunction P and Q are simple statements. It becomes negation P or negation Q. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? See here, negation of conjunction of two simple statements is the disjunction. See here, disjunction of their negation. Remember this. Okay, so by example we will see this. If given example is, means given statement is Parth plays cricket and chess. So there are two simple statements. One is consider as P as Parth plays cricket and Q as Parth plays chess. So what is the symbolic form of this? It is P and Q. Okay. So if you want to do the negation of this given statement, then we have to remember this De Morgan's law. So see here, negation of P and Q is equivalent with negation P or negation Q. So while taking the negation of the given statement, we have to use this rule, as negation P means we have to do the negation of this P, and we have to join that by R and then negation of this. Okay, so see how will you get the negation of given statement. See, we can write like this: Parth does not play cricket or he does not play chess. See here, first of all negation of P up to this, it is joined by R, then negation of Q. He does not play chess is the negation of Q. Okay, so the complete statement is Parth does not play cricket or he does not play chess. So remember how to do the negation of conjunction by this De Morgan's law. Now next concept is negation of disjunction. Now for this also, see the negation of P or Q, the logical equivalent, that is negation P and negation Q. So negation of P or Q is logically equivalent with negation P and negation Q. You can check this logical equivalence by using truth table. Okay, and this is also called as De Morgan's law. Okay, so the theoretical meaning of this is what? See, negation of disjunction of two simple statements. See, it is the negation of disjunction Disjunction means or. So negation of disjunction of two simple statements is the conjunction of their negation. See, here it is disjunction, it becomes conjunction here, means or becomes and, negation P and negation Q. So remember the theoretical meaning of this De Morgan's law. Okay, so just by one example we will see this. If you have given one statement that the number 2 is a prime number or number 2 is an even number, if this statement is given to you and it is joined by or, so you know that this is the disjunction and we have to write the negation of this. So first of all we will consider first statement P, that is the number 2 is a prime number, and second one Q as the number 2 is an even number. Then symbolic form is P or Q. Now as per this De Morgan's law, that is negation P or Q is equivalent with negation P and negation Q. So while taking the negation, you have to do the negation of P and join by and then negation Q. So what will be the negation? See, the number 2 is not a prime number, means this is the negation of P, it is joined by and, then the number 2 is not an even number. So the negation of this given statement is we get as like this. Okay, so for that we have to remember the De Morgan's law. So there are two De Morgan's laws. One is the negation of conjunction and this one is negation of disjunction. Okay. Now next concept is negation of negation. In this case, if you consider one simple statement, that is P here, suppose, then see the truth table. First statement is P, then negation P, and then negation of negation P. Means we have to study the negation of negation. So for that, first of all we take the simple statement, then we get the negation of that, and then again the negation of that negation P. Okay, so truth values of P are T, F. Then we write the negation of this. So T becomes F and F becomes T. And then if you take the negation of this negation P again, then F becomes T and T becomes F. So this truth table shows that see the column of negation P, it is same as this column. So we get the logical equivalence as negation of negation P is equivalent with P. So this is the rule for negation of negation. Okay, by example we will discuss. See the example. The simple statement is given to you, that is root 5 is an irrational number. This is a simple statement, and if you want to write the negation of that, then we have to write root 5 is not an irrational number. Then again if we make the negation of this, that is negation of negation P, it becomes root 5 is an irrational number. So again we get the same statement, that is P is equivalent with negation of negation P. While taking the negation of simple statement, either we have to insert not in that or we have to remove the not. So in this case, first of all we insert not here and then again we remove that not. So that's why we get this logical equivalence. So that is called as negation of negation. Okay, by another some examples we will discuss this concept in our next lecture also. Okay, so negation of negation P is equivalent with P. Remember this. Now our next concept is negation of conditional or negation of implication. So for that, first of all, we will see the logical equivalence, that is P implies Q, means this is the implication, is equivalent with negation P or Q, means P implies Q, means this implication is also equivalent with negation P or Q. By using truth table, first of all we will prove this logical equivalence. So as usual, we will prepare the truth table. So first column is P, then second one is Q, then third one is P implies Q, then negation P, and last one is negation P or Q. Okay, so this is very important logical equivalence. See, as usual, we will write all possible combinations of PQ, means truth values of PQ. So first of all, how will you write values of P? Like this: T, T, F, F. Then values of Q as T, F, T, F. Okay, so we get all four combinations. Now third column is P implies Q. So remember the truth table of P implies Q. So T implies T is T, T implies F is F, F implies T is T, and F implies F is also T. Remember, in case of implication, only T implies F is F, otherwise all values are true. Okay, so P implies Q is completed. Now we require negation P. So just write the negation of this. So T becomes F. Here also it becomes F. Then F becomes T. And last one also T. So this is the column of negation P. Now last column, negation P or Q. So F or T, means here see this column number 4 and column number 2. F or T is T, F or F is F, T or T is T, and last one T or F is also T. So if you observe this column number 3 and column number 5, both are same entries in this column as well as in this column, both are same. So by that concept we can say that P implies Q is logically equivalent with negation P or Q. So while taking the negation of implication, we have to use this rule. See how we use this. See, we require the negation of implication. See, this is implication. So negation of implication, it is same as negation of this. Okay, so we have to operate the negation on this bracket. So here we will use the De Morgan's law, negation of disjunction. Okay, negation of disjunction. So see here, if you operate the negation here, then it becomes negation of negation P and negation Q by De Morgan's law. Okay, so next step will be negation of negation P is P and negation Q as it is. So here we use De Morgan's law, so that we get the negation of implication, P implies Q. So we get the rule that the negation of implication, that is negation of P implies Q, is equivalent with P and negation Q. So let us take one example, that if a man is rich, then he is happy. And the question is, we have to take the negation of this statement. So first of all, we will consider P is equal to a man is rich and Q is equal to he is happy. So there are two statements. and it is the implication. So symbolic form is P implies Q. Now to get the negation of this, we have to use this rule. So see here, negation of P implies Q is equivalent with P and negation Q. So we have to write the P as it is, then join by and then negation of Q. P and Q are given to you. So how will you write the negation? A man is rich means P as it is. Here P as it is. A man is rich, then and he is not happy. So the negation of if a man is rich then he is happy is a man is rich and he is not happy by this rule. Okay. Now our next concept is negation of biconditional or negation of double implication. So first of all we will see the meaning of biconditional. See the logical equivalence. P double implies Q is equivalent with P implies Q and Q implies P. This logical equivalence is already proved in our last lecture. Okay, you can prove this by using truth table. Remember. Now P implies Q. The meaning of P implies Q is known to you now. That is negation P or Q. And Q implies P. How will you write? It is negation Q or P. So first of all, the meaning of P double implies Q is what? P implies Q and Q implies P. And as we know that P implies Q is equivalent with negation P or Q. So we write here negation P or Q, and then by same concept we apply for Q implies P and we get negation Q or P. So this is the meaning of biconditional statement. Okay, now let us apply the negation on this double implication. So to get the negation of double implication, that is we apply the negation on this. See the equivalence. So that's why we apply the negation on this whole statement. Now negation is operated on this conjunction. See here, it is joined by and. So if you apply the negation on conjunction, then De Morgan's law is applicable. So by De Morgan's law, see here, we get negation of this first statement and becomes or, and then negation of this. So consider this as a one statement, consider this as another statement. It is joined by and. So by De Morgan's law, and becomes or, and we have to write the negation of the first statement as well as second statement. So we get this step like this. Now again, if you observe here, it is the negation of negation P or Q, means it is in bracket it is or. Similarly here also negation is operated on this. Again here it is or. So again by De Morgan's law, for this as well as for this, what will you get? See here, first of all if you operate the negation on this, write in square bracket, it becomes negation of negation P, or becomes and negation of Q. See here. So separately if you think about this, then the De Morgan's law is applicable here, by which we get this bracket. Now this or is as it is. Similarly if you apply the De Morgan's law separate here, then we get this. Okay, so if you solve this, then finally we get, see here, negation of negation P is P and negation Q, or in another bracket we get negation of negation Q means Q and as it is, and then negation P. So That's why negation of biconditional is or negation of double implication is, as a rule you remember this, that negation of P double implies Q is equivalent with P and negation Q or Q and negation P. In our next lecture we will see the examples for negation of biconditional statement. Okay, so just you remember this rule. Now last point, the negation of quantified statements. Already you have studied what is the meaning of quantified statements. There are two quantifiers. One is universal quantifier and other one is existential quantifier. Okay, so while taking the negation of quantified statements, we will take or we will replace the word all by some. All is related with universal quantifier and it is replaced by some. Some means existential quantifier, or the word for every is used in that quantified statement, then it is replaced by there exist and vice versa. So remember this, all word all is replaced by some and word for every is replaced by there exist and vice versa. So in short, you remember the note that while forming the negation of a quantified statement, universal quantifier is replaced by existential quantifier and vice versa. Okay, universal quantifier is replaced by existential quantifier and vice versa. So just we will take one example to get a clear idea about this. So for example, if the statement is given that some continuous functions are differentiable, first of all you have to identify that this is a quantified statement. Why it is quantified statement? Because the word is used here, that is some. Some is word is related with existential quantifier. Remember this. There exist is also a word which is used for existential quantifier. Like that, some is also a word which is related with existential quantifier. So first of all, this is a quantified statement, and if you want to get the negation of this quantified statement, then see the negation. Some is replaced by word all. Now all is related with universal quantifier. Okay, so all continuous functions are not. You have to join the statement by not because it is negation. So while taking the negation, we have to use the word not also. Okay, so some becomes all. So this is the negation of quantifier. Some replaced by all, and as a negation we have to use not also. So it becomes all continuous functions are not differentiable. We will see more examples in our next lecture. So here we have discussed how to apply the negation to compound statements. I hope you have understood it very well. In our next lecture we will discuss this concept in detail with various examples. See you then. Thank you.